Alright, so it's Wednesday, June 19th. We are starting the Muir Trail, and we will be ending it at Red's Meadow near Mammoth Lakes. Yeah, for those that have not been keeping up, it's another high snow year, and we expect that most of our trail will be covered in snow. Yeah, we just gotta make sure we don't die, get eaten by bears, fall into the water, freeze to death. I think it's winter still.
It's winter route.
We're doing it.
We go this way.
This whole trail is yours, buddy. Go for it. We're here at the junction. We are gonna find a place to set up camp and then we'll go over to Half Dome.
There's a
That
Half
way.
Dome.
All right, we are en route to Half Dome. We've been climbing pretty quick because not having a pack is great. And look at all that snow.
So good.
All right, it's time. Alrighty, here we go.
Hi! Are you doing a video?
Yeah. You guys having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Like a boss.
Made it.
Well, it's early season when there's a little bit of snow in Half Dome.
Good place to practice self-arrest.
Do it. Sam's gonna die.
Sam would die.
Well, we're taking a little lunch break. Get some coffee.
Little afternoon tea. The greatest invention known to man, Kia.
All right, Sam's ready to go. Little addition to the outfit.
Little addition to the outfit.
We're gonna
Trying not to get complete sunburn everywhere.
Yep.
Trying to go a little farther today.
We've come across our first bit of snow on the trail. Half Dome does not count. Elevation-wise, we're at 8,000 something feet. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. We said we would hike until 6 or until we find our first water source. Got some flowing water. We got a lot of space for a nice campsite here. Wow, we really lucked out on this one. Very, very successful first day. We made more miles than we planned. We hit the snow. We did Half Dome, and we found a wonderful campsite. So the reason we're a little tired, actually we're doing fairly well, but we did 6,000 feet of vertical gain today, which with full packs and stuff is it's good. We did basically like half of the vertical gain we're gonna do this entire trip we did today, more or less. Pretty good.
In his element, Jimmy, fire extraordinaire, from nothing, from barely a coal, creates fire.
Good morning, it's day 2. We slept in a little bit because we're tired. Okay, last night we slept without the rain fly, and for me it was very comfortable with the Sarah Designs Cloud 20. And it got down to 36 degrees. And here we have Sam making a breakfast fire. Yum. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm having chocolate for breakfast because if I don't eat it now, it's gonna get pretty hot and melted. It's 8:50 in the morning. We are leaving our nice little camp. I don't know how to describe this place. It's basically somewhere between Sunrise High Sierra Camp and the Half Dome Junction. But we're gonna go back on trail and probably get around to Tuolumne Meadows, although we're not allowed to camp there, so we're not quite sure what we're gonna do today. But we're ahead of schedule. That's always good. Ready for some snow.
Ready for the snow.
Snow.
So the going is noticeably getting slower because there's a lot more snow on the trail than before. Okay, so I'm using off-trail navigation techniques, aka getting lost. All right, day 2, 10 a.m. We've lost the trail. The trail is no more. We don't plan to find it, but we know where we're heading and we have a map, compass, GPS. That's all you kind of need.
And sunscreen.
You don't really have to follow the trail in these conditions, but you should just know where you're heading. All right, it's time to put on the micro spikes because we see snow and only mostly snow. So it'll make the going a lot easier to have these guys. Glad I brought them. We've made it to Sunrise High Sierra Camp. Yeah, we took about 3 hours to go 3 to 4 miles here. It was good, it was just a lot of off-trail navigation, so we actually paused a lot to check where we were. So Cathedral Pass and Cathedral Peak are over there. So we're gonna make a straight shot because of snow, and then hook around through the valley and go on up. All right, we just passed Sunrise High Sierra Camp. This is a meadow normally, but it's covered in snow, obviously.
I should have waited for you to go first.
No, Sam had too many calories this morning. He had 700 calories and it just, pushed this thing over the edge.
Backcountry mix.
Oh no. All right, well, we'll pick it up and we'll probably bump into them if they're lucky. It's like an interesting little puddle with algae. 9 miles to Tuolumne Meadows. The reason the snow travel has been so tough and slow is because, with the exception of where I'm standing right now, every time you step like 5 or 10 feet, you go up 2 feet, down 2 feet. So you actually put in a ton of elevation gain. And we just walked through at least 100 million sun cups. So much work. We may or may not make it to Tuolumne Meadows because it's something like 8 or 8.5 miles away, and that's okay. But we'll try. We basically just said screw it because our feet are wet anyway from the snow, so at least we don't have to walk through sun cups. We are here at Cathedral Pass. It's just been like this all day. Actually, this is the better part where there's a bit more open space. We're just going through trees right now, finding whatever way is easiest to get through. And I think it's safe to say that the John Muir Trail is really just the John Muir route, or the John Muir suggested route. Back to more deep forest maneuvers. Nice job. Okay, it's 5:30. We are making camp. Looks like we're in the middle of freaking nowhere, and that's because we are in the middle of nowhere.
What a day.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the most challenging days I think I've had. Like, we did 12 miles, mostly almost entirely in the snow. How much elevation did we get?
I don't know. It's hard to say with the snow because we just go up a couple steps and down, up and down. This is our campsite number 2. At the end of day 2, we are both pretty beat, and this is the best that we could find and come up with. We're having stock for dinner. All right, the day is done. We are about to go to bed. Tomorrow morning, we will roll out pretty early to take advantage of this firmer snow. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. on day 3. It was a cold night, that's for sure. I had to grab another jacket, and I think Sam did too. Also, because we are sleeping on a little hill in the snow, I kind of dug it so that the middle is a little bit lower than the side so we wouldn't roll off the side. But therefore, we kept bumping into each other at night. 28 degrees. Sweet! My sock's frozen. Look at that. Yeah, it's cold. This is just rock hard. Yeah, good thing we have traction devices. Thanks. No, you're good. Without these things, we would basically just have to sit around and wait. Well, yeah, so in addition to the socks being frozen, the shoes are frozen as well. Now, I did prepare for this eventuality of frozen shoes and frozen socks because I brought 3 pairs of socks. We picked up CJ and Ted.
That'll do, huh?
Wow, and the road is shut down. This is Tioga Road. Looks like Tioga Road is open here, so we might actually have a different way to get back. All right, we've made some real good progress. It's 10:30. We're here. We're gonna go do Donahue. But first, Sam needs to do that, and then we need to swim through Lyle Canyon. This is Lyle Canyon on June 21st. It's not a swim fest. It's really just let's trudge through some mud kind of thing. It's great. All right, this is what we were waiting for. A bit more water. We're gonna stop soon and do a reset dry. Actually, mostly just a lunch break. Our things didn't really get damp much. So this is all dry now, and it literally took 2 minutes.
Whoa. How's it feel?
Oh, that's cold. I'd like catch your breath for a second.
Some of that's usually... There he goes. Cold enough?
That's pretty good.
Lyle Canyon for you folks.
Ooh, okay, that was a little chilly, but I am slowly walking in the sun, and as long as there's no breeze, it's good. But yeah, fortunately we have a couple more hours of hiking, so I should be totally dried. Oh, we picked up another hiker. This is Vlad. It's going. The key to making a primitive fire is to know where to dig up a cotton ball. And once you do so, you're good. This guy keeps coming around, looking for something. Good morning, it's Saturday, June 22nd. Today's day 4. We will be going over Donahue Pass first thing, and then we'll find somewhere to camp on the other side somewhere, but we plan to finish up tomorrow. Vlad likes his new micro spikes.
I do. First time on.
Okay, we're geared up and ready to go. We'll show you what Donahue Pass looks like. We got a gorgeous view. Headed up Donahue Pass. And there's Lyle Canyon. All right, we are on Donahue Pass. We made it up here in about an hour and 7 minutes or so. You hear that? So there's signal at Donahue Pass, and this is where we're going to communicate with people because nobody's heard from us in 2 days. Look at this view. After 2 days in the wilderness, Sam is getting in touch with his people.
It's like crack.
We got a little guy over there. He's been canvassing my pack because I have some snacks in the hip belt pocket. This is unfiltered water coming from Donahue Pass. This is Rush Creek. It's rushing. Oh, we're almost over Island Pass. We're here at Thousand Island Lake. Okay, so we've left the PCT, and now we have to break our own trail. But we're breaking it for you guys. Okay, this is Emerald Lake. Check it out, there's water on top of snow.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
like
it's
slush,
fairly
yeah.
safe here. This is Ruby Lake. We've arrived at Garnet Lake. Look at this, it's amazing. So much snow. First we have to go up through that gully, that saddle that goes right next to Garnet Lake. And then that's the last climb we'll do for today. Then we'll just keep dropping down to Shadow Lake. So we're gonna do a traverse here. If anybody slips, they will fall into this cold lake called Garnet Lake and die. And the rest of us will continue on to the footbridge. We climbed out of Garnet Lake at last. That snow is so soft and slushy.
Yeah.
We just got to our chosen campsite. We found a piece that is dry. We're gonna have a fire, and it was a long day. Woo! 6 o'clock.
Starting
Not
at
bad.
8:30.
Not bad. After a day of snow, I'm very wet. But now it's time to take care of my feet. All right, I'm done. I put some Vaseline lotion onto my feet, put some dry socks on, and they will get a little damp because of perspiration, but it's better than wearing those guys. Look at this nice little table rock that Sam found for me.
I got one for myself too.
What a team player.
Morning. It is day 5, and we are going to be finishing up our final section.
Since we are finishing our trip early, Sam has donated this wonderful breakfast with 1,200 calories in it. Making our final push to Red's Meadow. This will be a good day. Just gonna enjoy the last little bit of trail because Sam and I didn't get the full permit. We only got the partial permit. Okay, we're just below 9,000 feet. We're at 8,800 feet, and the trail is mostly not snow covered. Woo! So there's the trail. So this is the steepness we're dealing with. We're just going straight up because the trail is buried in snow, but we see the occasional switchback. I decided to drop into this bergschrund. It's not really a bergschrund, it's just the separation between the snow and the rock, because the snow is a fairly steep traverse. Okay, so we're scrambling up the rocks. Now you don't have to do this, but we just cut up a little bit high and we don't like the snow traverse. This is Rosalie Lakes. What a beauty. Okay, we're at about 9,500 feet. I think this basically sums up our trip here. Down climbing a fallen tree. Note, guys, you don't have to do this. Finally, we're at 8,500 feet. We are on the trail for the section between Trinity Lakes and Johnson Meadow. Probably good to stay close to the trail. There's so much crap everywhere else. The trail is littered with deadfall. The bridge washed out in 2017, so we're gonna go ahead and cross. This right here is actually fairly deep. All right, we're actually getting the true JMT experience where we actually have to scout for a decent crossing. Now the water is not very strong, but it's a little deep in some parts, and I don't really want to go up to like my chest. So be careful, the rocks are a little algae covered. All right, I gotta use this pole now. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, it's real strong in the middle. Woo! Nice job, Sam.
We did it! Woo, my nuts! I was hoping to not. Oh.
Nice work. All right, we did a real water crossing. We went up to mid-thigh with some force. It was exciting.
It was serious.
It was serious business, and I was busy trying to show you guys how to not die.
By almost dying himself.
I didn't almost die. I was like, oh, this is fine, this is fine. I'm like, oh, it feels a little bit stronger. I should probably put the pole down now.
Kids at home, don't try
Don't
and cross the water with a GoPro.
Thought it would be an easy, snow-free 4 miles down to Red's Meadow. How wrong we were. How wrong we were. All right, this is the last little bit. So you can either just do the water crossing, or you can go and try and find a log to hop across. We're wrapping up the trail, but we're not quite done yet because we still have to do a 9-mile road walk and also get to the airport to pick up our rental car and get food. There's still a journey ahead of us. Sunday, June 23rd. After 5 days on the JMT, Sam and I are officially done section 1.
Now all we have to do is hike the concrete out.
Yeah, actually, today when we add up these miles, I'll be over 20.
It'll be over 20.
These road miles are killing me. My feet are just destroyed. And oh yeah, the rental car place closed at 5 p.m. It's 5:22. We didn't know that. Also, my reservation was for like 3 days from now, so that doesn't help. The roads are totally dry, but the road is still closed. We are tired and clearly not functioning.
I can't do this anymore.
Let's go climb Mammoth.
Let's go to the top of Mammoth. Oh yeah, there's this ski slope.
Wow, look at those clouds. There it is. We walked so many miles to get here. And here's a look at the rest of Mammoth. Hey, fitness center. I think, yo guys, we should go to the fitness center.
Yeah.
Cheers. What a great journey. Guys, it's Monday, June 24th. The journey is not over. Apparently there are no rental cars in Mammoth Lakes right now. So we are trying to figure out where else we have to go to get a rental car. Bumped into these two on the trail.
Yeah, he found my GoPro and he gave it back to me.
And I recorded some silly footage on there too.